Very good morning to you. Our very good friend Moses Kofi Dochea Club or two.
Yeah, man.
Are you called Kofi at all? You are the senior correspondent for the Daily Graphic in the Western region.
I'm checking if he has a story
today. Very mischievous guy.
Checking if you have a story in the paper today.
Does he?
I don't know.
Today you didn't work. Yesterday you did. The whole of it will not be working, so no story.
No oil story.
Well, very good morning to you, Moses, and your family, including your wife as well.
Yeah.
You never invited me for that visit. I was waiting to come to Takoradi, but Charlie.
Question today: have you been heartbroken before? How did it feel like? Most importantly, how did you get over it? Roland, you've been heartbroken before.
Me?
Yeah. Think about it.
No woman can break my heart.
You've been breaking hearts, but nobody has broken your hearts.
I haven't broken anyone.
Hey!
Oh, true.
I know someone.
Yes. Never.
Hey!
You cannot. Never.
All right, let's do the newspapers, but start sharing your experience. Which one is that?
Okay.
Which one?
Then
which
never.
remote?
Then
which
never.
one?
Then it's never. Let me do Ghanaian time, then you do the rest. Never. Me, Roland. Never. Broke heart.
Heartbreak.
Hey, who? How? Hi. You. Anyway, the Ghanaian Times. President has done no wrong, but even though he flouted regulation, Cosmos gives 2 youth seed capital for business and 9 submit forms to contest presidency. If you ask me, we need only. Anyway, I'm not the EC. EC suspends collection of filing fees, but we'll be collecting the forms. I'm sure we'll continue today. MP chief clash over road construction. Now we know that it will be. Let me just even hazard a guess. The road linking Panoy, Ho and all that. I'm sure. It's on page 4. Apparently it says that the member of parliament for Ho Central, Benjamin Podo, and the divisional chief of Panoy, Togbi Akoto III, yesterday clashed over the bus states of the road linking 3 towns to Ho. The towns are Panoy, Takla, and Hojo. It all started when the MP took newsmen to inspect the road, which is ragged, in an attempt to rubbish the claims made earlier this week by the chief concerning the road. The reporter did not meet any workers at the scene as at 8:40 a.m., but he said they would come later. The MP also claimed that the 19-kilometer road had been awarded on contract and pointed at a grader parked along the road as an equipment brought by the construction firm, which he mentioned as Vellum Construction Works. Charlie, some of our friends.
Is that appropriate?
Some of our friends are politicians.
Which MP is this?
Who Central MP? Benjamin Podo.
I don't know. I think we should give some credit to the chiefs.
Yeah.
And these are chiefs in 3 towns, right?
Yes.
Or 3 villages. They couldn't all be wrong.
No.
Yeah.
They came together and put together a press conference.
Exactly, and it's not easy, especially for the Volta region. It's not so easy for
them to come out and
Can we take the politics out?
Yes.
I think we should take the politics out. And
one road, though, I'll keep saying it. The one from Sakumono to that links the tunnel to Ajekwe for how many years now? 14 years, 16 years now. It's not been done.
It's horrible. Let me tell you my story.
16.
My new zone will be Kuntunse. That will be like some trip.
That's where you're going to live now.
Yeah.
Forget
and the
it.
road
Especially when it rains. There'll be pools of water on the road.
But listen, the interesting
Buy a
bit,
4-wheel drive.
They've got this DV. I don't have money, so if you give me money, maybe we can start the susu.
Oh, I'm sure
so next year we'll do the susu for the car and the holiday.
Yeah, that would be great.
There's a DVLA. How do they call that private thing?
Yeah.
This DVLA.
The destination inspection.
Yeah, and it's huge.
DVLA inspection.
No, I was thinking, why didn't government tell them to do the road linking? Because it's a whole stretch. And a lot of people go there to have their renewals every year and that kind of thing. Why didn't they put it in the agreement to say that you people said after all they have a lot of money, do the road as part of the project?
Outlet, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be advocating for that, by the way. Let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper, front page of the paper. Ford expedition gifts Brohaha, Strash clears Mahama of bribery allegation, but says action contravenes gift policy. Petitioners say it's cover up. Mahama welcomes ruling, and we know that yesterday his personal lawyer also issued a statement. Also 9 presidential candidates filed nominations, and then back page of the Daily Graphic, Cosmos offers $100,000 seed funding to 2 business startups. I'm interested. Let's see. It says that Cosmos Innovation Center, the corporate social investment initiative of Cosmos Energy Ghana, has awarded seed funding of more than $100,000 to 2 Ghanaian business startups. The beneficiaries were selected after their businesses, Trotro Tractor and Galani, emerged overall winners at the agribusiness technology competition organized by Cosmos Energy. This is really good. This is in the area of agribusiness, and we know that we all say agriculture is the backbone. So this is really, really good. Congratulations to the 2 companies who got the seed fund. Please put it to the use that you said you would use it for. We'll all be watching. Oh, and Moses, you don't have a story in the graphic today. Roland. What paper do you have?
The last paper.
Oh,
We're looking at the Weekend Finder. Has on the front page, more moms going crazy, put lives of babies at risk. It talks about childbirth and the depression that women tend to go through, postnatal depression, etc. And sometimes that's when I feel for childbirth. But also, the men who are very empathetic also tend to go through some level of depression, but the women are the most victims in this. And I believe that as a society, we need to reach out to a lot more and have a rethink about childbirth, pregnancy, and issues like that. Sometimes we just make comments, oh, you have 2 boys, so, you know, oh, you have only girls, you know, and sometimes you don't know the financial state, or even it's not only about the financial state, because once you're hardworking, definitely you can feed your family, etc. But sometimes the mental state of the couple.
Yeah.
And sometimes we tend to put so much pressure, whether it's from the church, it's from the people you meet in the office or on the street, or just normal acquaintances, and it's just not fair. And if you look at the fact that we don't even have the structures in our society to treat some of these difficulties that people go through, after they've given birth at the hospital or the health facility, they have to deal with a whole change in the home, the personal body structure, everything. And that one, we don't have psychologists, we don't have people, you know, clinicians
it's a whole thing. And I think the most painful, Roland, is we women don't even know. Like it's so easy.
It's so easy. It's like how?
And another heartbreaking comment is, and we you know? And people feel that it's so easy to get back into shape.
It's terrible. Like yesterday, I saw a pregnant young lady, and I said, oh, it's so, and you know, it's so warm in there. You can't even sleep at night.
No.
It's
I appreciate you, you know.
Yeah, because
I really appreciate
women
you.
go through a lot, and if you and especially if the person is a career woman, is a working woman, has to go through that change for 9 months.
That's worse.
And after that, you have to go through 2 years of looking after a toddler. And the gentleman that you have the baby with, whether the person is a loving man or not, will be so much engrossed in his work, saying that I want to make money for the home. And the person really doesn't care. Sometimes we just don't care about women.
And you know, when women go through all these things, most often they don't even know what they're going through.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They are not conscious of it.
You just know that, you know, you're frustrated or things are difficult. You can't explain yourself, but you can't tell exactly what's happening to you.
Women have to be appreciated for being so mentally strong. And sometimes men are just so chauvinistic and very parochial. We just don't tend to appreciate it as a society. That's bad.
Well, thanks for recognizing that. Let's go to myjoyonline.com. Let's look at some of the stories.
Sometimes I can be sweet, today. I know.
Yeah, like I want to give you a kiss right now.
Charlie.
Easy fees.
This is good. Good feeling.
Too deterring.
I should take a break. All right.
Deterring for people interested in public office. That's according to a lecturer who is a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana.
Do you know what?
Of that?
Do you know what? I think that for those who want to be MPs, they need to reduce the fees. But for the presidency,
the 10,000.
Yeah, they should make it around 5,000.
Because at the end of the day, it's true. I agree.
As for presidential candidates, 100,000.
So that No, but I think the 50 is fine, so that next time you can raise it, so that you don't have a lot of people rushing to want to be president. Because you said, you know, during the news, what if we have 23 candidates on the ballot? Yeah, on the ballot.
No, I'm imagining going to vote, and I know I will vote on December 6th. I mean, we're a privileged few, and December 6th I go and
23 people.
23 people, and I have to look for. Okay, Nana Dodango Kufuado will be on first on the ballot. Third will be John Mahama. So first, and then I have Indum second. John Mahama is third. And then fourth, I have.
Are you putting them there, or that's how they are going to appear?
I think that's how. I had a dream about it. So they are going down. Then I have to go in 23. Who will be the 23rd? It reminds me of Nigeria. You go and they have so many lists of people.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we don't have to waste our time.
Man. That's
no.
America, get real.
Which kind of real?
Let's move on. Where are we, Fred? Oh, good morning to our director, Mr. Fred Potufa. Okay, so Ghana gets $24 million to restore degraded forests. Hopefully we use that money for this purpose. Moving on, appointing legislators as ministers weakens parliament. GBA president, that debate seemed to be, coming back. Moving on, Roland.
Ford gifts photos. Mahama Akufo-Addo supported jubilate during filing of nomination. Charlie. Shraj report vindicate us. That's the Ford gifts saga as Mahama aired. Obama, why I won't say Islamic terrorism? I think he's right. Not all Muslims are not terrorists, really. We have deviants in there. Next story. Miss Arthur files President Mahama's nomination forms. And then you have the last story we're looking at. There are more competent aspirants in NDC than you. Gwagwin tells Mona and others. It should be Mona and others. Oh, Charlie.
But what do you expect him to say? You are not in his party. You are not his member. All right, before we do City FM, Roland, let's just read a few of your messages. This one says, good morning, Roland Mamavi. I think it will be in the interest of Ghana to investigate how some people came by their filing fees. I just can't think positive for some of them. As Dr. Baumia said, how? I mean, how come? Bonfeyao in Asim Fosu. Charlie, how would we even begin to do this investigation? I can't think far. Maybe Manasseh can help. Let's do City FM.
It says, just recycle 2012 manifesto, mosquito, taunts, and PP. And then, when are they launching? That'll be next week. Saturday, Anna. Yeah.
Is that the 8th?
I think so. Yeah, next week Saturday. We'll give you. It will be taking place no more in Tamale, but trade fair.
It's been confirmed now.
Well, I think.
See, we'll give you what is confirmed.
Are you saying they will change the dates?
I don't know.
No, they will not change. That's what they've announced. Mahama cannot be trusted. And Estoyeboa, Mahama has shamed critics of a Ford gift saga. And then we have a 72-year-old ex-army officer and a diplomat named CPP running mate. But I know him very well.
You do?
Last one. What's the last story, Fred? Yes. It's called Nana Kobnanketia.
Oh, okay. Oh!
He's a diplomat. He used to work with the former president, John Ejekum Kufuor, the council. He's one of his aides.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we wish him well. Welcome to the game.
But I didn't know. I thought he was a staunch MPP person. I was surprised. But they say he's an Nkrumah's.
No, but you know the CPP is practicing politics of inclusion. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because yeah, that's right. All right. So
politics of inclusion.
Roland,
yes.
I have a message.
For
Says
me.
Joy News. Heartbreak, That is when you parade your beautiful women every morning to torment our emotions. That is what is heartbreak.
That is not heartbreaking, please. Go and look for your women. This one they are for presentation. I know who you are talking about. Mama Viu Sobwaje, Benisa, Bubeido, Araba, Kumsen.
Listen, somebody, a colleague, I can't remember which of the guys posted this. It says,
Aisha Ibrahim.
That moment when you see a beautiful lady
Becky,
that you like,
Gladys,
and you approach only to see that she has
a ring. But these days, I hear the men are even not afraid of the ring.
No,
you should be afraid.
They're not. Let's say, Roland, me and you, when we go anywhere, I'm wearing a band, you're wearing a band. Who questioning us? We're like a beautiful couple together. Yeah.
You've made a point.
So the cheating is on another level these days. It's called cheating smarts. Quickly, let's run through BBC.
It's from the American soaps. Sex in the City.
US invests $50 million in Niger drone base. This issue has been very topical if you listen to international media, particularly the BBC. Says the US announces plans to build a military air base in Niger that will be capable of deploying drones as part of anti-Islamist effort. There are more stories when you go to the BBC websites. Okay, we have to make way now. Somebody sent a message. Seth Akpalu in Denu Aflao, kind of liking how we're looking this morning. Well, we thank you. Hey, Roland, you're being romantic. Like, yeah. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay, here's another one. The issue of putting pressure on people to give birth is really happening. I remember my mom telling me she wants 4 children. Now I can't think for Ato Kwame secondly. Ato? 4 from you. How many do you have? Good question. So we've got more questions or more comments on Shrash, some of the issues that you've heard us review, and on the heartbreak. So we'll come back after the sports with Benedict, and I know that Benedict is definitely going to be talking a lot about Kwesi Nyantakyi because he's on the, is it the FIFA Council? But what does it mean to us? I heard the Minister of Sports say yesterday that he's going to particularly put pressure, push in Nyantakyi to extend, FIFA is going through a whole lot of changes. Reforms. Push some of the reforms in our own administration here in Ghana. So he's going to make it like a personal project now that Kwesi Nyantakyi is on that council.
He has to do it from now to the end of the year, because if his party loses the election, then he ceases to be a minister.
No, but that's wrong, you see, because if this is what the ministry wants to do, then it doesn't matter who is at the ministry. They should still, if it's the right way to go. I mean, if every person in the field agrees that we reforms, and now that Kwesi Nyantakyi is up there, he can help, bring the reform into our own administration. Doesn't matter who is there, whether it's Van der Poel or not. Like, somebody should put things through.
That's why we need a national plan in that regard. We need to have a certain strategy and plan by which we want things to go.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of look, our league.
All right.
Roland, for the next 5 years, all our players will not be coming from local. They'll be coming from academies in Europe, etc.
I just got an idea.
Yeah, please tell me.
Why do the political parties worry themselves preparing manifestos when they could just go to the National Development Planning Commission and say, this is the plan that you have, so this is what we're taking out of your plan that we think we can implement for the next 4 years, instead of sit and think themselves?
I think we need to have a certain conversation around it. That'll be great. Great ideas.
Akwesi Dankwa, a.k.a. Benedict.
No.
Which one?
Benedict Owusu, a.k.a. Akwesi Dankwa.
No way. The original is Akwesi Dankwa. A.k.a. with sports. Stay with us. You're watching the